The time is 9 o'clock.
Aago mẹ́sàn-án ti lù.
For the best of national, local, international news and sport, tune in to News Punch and Diamond 88.7 FM. News Punch, all about the news.
It's a minute past 9 from the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM. Good morning and many thanks for staying with us on Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. This is News Punch, a news and current affairs compilation of topical story headlines making the rounds. I'm your host this great morning, Joseph Emeribe. You're welcome. Here are the headlines trending in the news today. Tinubu promises investors' funds won't be trapped. President Tinubu promises support for traditional rulers. Kogi INEC fixes November 18 for fresh elections in 9 polling units. Hope Uzodimma re-elected as Imo State Governor. Bayelsa poll. INEC adjourns collation till Monday noon. Bayelsa Guba, INEC raises alarm, says staff held hostage in Bras local government. Interior Minister orders NSCDC to fish out killers of personnel in rivers. Still on the national front, arrest sponsors of electoral offences in Bayelsa, Kogi, Imo, Serap, tells INEC. Minister to Youth, serve Nigeria first before demanding from it. Nigeria Air Force airstrikes kill several terrorists, destroy 4 gun trucks in Borno. Restructuring best solution to Nigeria's problems, says Gani Adams to Tinubu. Kwara government mourns veteran actor Samanja. Ekiti, police arrest suspect for burglary 2 months after leaving prison. And lastly, on the national front this morning, 5 dies in truck car collision in Ogun. Away from the national front and to the foreign scene, Ugandan army officers sacked for cowardice in attack on Somalia's army base. Pro-Israel and pro-Palestinian groups clash in South Africa. Israeli jets strike South Lebanon after Hezbollah attack. 5 U.S. service members killed in helicopter crash. And in the exciting world of sport, NPFL Remo Stars trash Gombe United as Insurance Rangers 3SC secure away point. Lastly, on the world of sport, Palmer makes his point as Chelsea hold Man City in 8-goal thriller. And those are the major headlines making the rounds today. It was compiled and edited by Abiodun Akinwumi. My name is Joseph Emeribe. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 0912 9294 332. You can as well reach us via 0812 8286 078. Up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we discuss and have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical stories making the rounds this great morning. And don't forget, you can also follow us by logging on to our website at www.diamondfm.net or keep up to date via social media pages. You reach us via Facebook, at Diamond 88.7 FM. Twitter, which is X, which is formerly Twitter, at Diamond 887 FM. Instagram, we're live at Diamond 887 FM. You can as well follow us, okay? Stream live on our YouTube channel, www.diamondfm.net, or on Radio Garden at Diamond FM 88.7. We'll be going for a quick break, and when we return, you'll be meeting my guest, and together we'll be delving deeper into the program with our focus on matters arising from the off-cycle elections of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi. Yes, just a quick reminder that INEC has declared Ododo Musa Ahmed as the governor-elect for Kogi State. Yes, we'll also look into that and other matters arising from Bayelsa and Imo State. Should time permit us as well, we will touch on the social protection program. And we'll also look into it as UNICEF profiles some solutions. Okay, is this advice from UNICEF, is it a noble one? We'll look into all of these, and when we return from this quick timeout, we'll come back to talk more. It's still the Diamond Breakfast Show. Good morning.
The major talking point in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead, and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Father, not kill us for Nigeria. Oh, please, help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can a government, how can you hold in domain? This is intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice genuine democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DBS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorry, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
All right, it's still the Diamond Breakfast Show reaching you live from the stables of Diamond 88.7 FM here in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Just as I mentioned earlier, I have live, okay, Dr. Hadi Moshood Atanda. Yes, he's the regular voice on this platform, a public affairs analyst, and he is here. We'll be having this conversation, deep-rooted conversation. We'll be having this time around from now till some minutes before 10 a.m. And just as we used to say, it's a conversation for us. You will also be given the room to make your positions known, provided you choose to toe the path of nobility, right, where we won't give room, yes, for abusive words or inciting statements on this platform. Should you choose to make your positions known, be brief as possible, okay, and no room for abusive words. Just as we used to say, you can reach us via 0913-6556-952. You can as well reach us via our WhatsApp number, strictly 0913-6556-864. Yes, for you just tuning in, okay, we're also live on all our social media platforms at Diamond 88.7 FM. On X, you reach us at Diamond 887 FM. We'll kick the ball rolling. Just as I mentioned earlier, we will be focusing more on the off-cycle elections in the country. And I have Dr. Hadi. I'll be addressing him for short, Dr. Hadi, this morning. Before we kick the ball rolling, I want us to take a listen to an excerpt this time around from Kogi State. We'll listen to this and we'll get back to talk more.
Ahmed
Osman Ododo of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Doc, you had the voice of the returning officer for Kogi State in person of Professor Johnson Urama declaring Ahmed Usman Ododo of the All Progressives Congress winner of the elections conducted in Kogi. I need your reactions first of all before we delve deeper.
Thank you, Joseph.
Okay, sir.
The election has come and gone in the off-cycles elections in those 3 states. But it has not gone without the hues and cries that we used to have for our elections in this country. It's unfortunate that rather than getting used to it and building on it and perfecting it, we are still it's kind of retrospect, going back because the news coming from those states, they are not good news so far as our elections are concerned.
How do you mean they're not good news?
Yes,
we're having a governor elected already. Isn't that good news enough?
Good news that the election has come and gone. We have gotten somebody just in the usual manner.
Usual manner?
Yeah. The usual manner of having people on it declared without having people complaining one way or the other. That of Ododo that was announced that we have played now. You had of about 59 polling units that will result
still expected.
Yes. And we heard of a place where a result has been recorded even before the election. All these we have places where ballot snatchings take place. We have places where some people are gone down. So these are things I said that those kind of news. They are not the good news that we are expecting as a nation. So for an election that we're supposed to be learning, and as building on it as a learning process, we should by now be getting to use having a kind of spirit that we want to elect somebody who want to rule us, and we should do it in a way that will be very credible. That people all over the world will credit us and say that we know what we are doing.
All right.
But at the end of it, somebody has been elected. That's good.
I will still get back to get your reactions on this. I want us to quickly take. I will read through quickly a report. This time around, as reported on channels, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has held the first off-cycle polls since the 2023 general elections, with Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State residents deciding on their governors for new 4-year terms. A total of 46,084 regular and ad hoc staff were deployed in the 3 states. At least 126 national and international organizations were accredited, with 11,000 observers deployed for the elections, while 80 media organizations applied to deploy 1,203 personnel, including journalists and technical support staff. All 18 political parties contested in Kogi, while Imo and Bayelsa have 17 and 16 candidates, respectively. The parties deployed 137,934 agents, made up of 130,093 polling and 7,841 collation agents for the elections. To ensure a secure environment for electoral conduct, the police mobilized a total of 92,565 personnel, including 27,000 in Bayelsa, 25,565 in Imo, and 40,000 in Kogi, and several assets such as fire helicopters and 15 gunboats. I'll be pausing here for now. Doc, you can see the figures in thousands. Huge figures being doled out in terms of personnel, in terms of machineries, in terms of just what have you. Is this good? I need your reactions, first of all.
Prior to that election, the report we are getting from places like Kogi and that of Imo is not good news too. You always want to say, why am I coming with no good news this morning? The result is that
Please proceed.
There have been a lot of apprehension even before that election. So that will account for why the police have to deploy that so number of personnel to monitor that election, because of the apprehension that has been there prior to that election, and what people have been fearing, that there's going to be problem and one way or the other. So the observers too, because it's an off-season election and the number of states is so small, and then we have all the personnel in this world, because for us to say we failed when we are not deploying the personnel to all the 36 states, we are deploying personnel this time around to only 3 states. So what excuse do you want to have for not having a credible election? So there won't be an excuse if we just have to wait and did not do what is expected of us. And that's why the personnel have to be deployed in such a manner that we don't want any excuses. So you deploy and make sure you monitor as expected. And then we have the observers too to report and give us the instant details of what actually goes on in that area. So then because of the small number of states, we don't expect less than the numbers that we have rolled out in part of observers, in part of personnel, in part of even the beavers and everything. If it happened, I can carry all the beavers of this world to those areas, because we don't want to have any hiccup. So these things are expected for this kind of election, because it is not covering the whole entire nation. So it is not something.
I want us to really I'll still look at these figures, maybe one after the other. But I want us to listen again. Maybe this time around, Dino Milaya, you guys are sharing the same thoughts. I want us to take a listen to Dino's Milaya's reaction with regards these elections. We'll be back to talk more.
In totality, the conduct of the elections yesterday, and outrightly call for the total cancellation of the election, because that was not an election. It is shameful that the unhealthy INEC refused to realize, ameliorates, or palliates the problems they created in the last presidential and governorship elections. Yesterday, in 5 local governments of the Central Senatorial District in Kogi State, there was no election in any. Surprisingly, accreditation was done manually. The beavers was not used. Prepared result sheets manifested even before accreditation took place. The evidence is all over the media. So INEC, as a matter of urgency, must cancel the election. Many areas where I won, after counting, my agents were told that there are no available result sheets to enter the results. And we have evidence to back up this assertion.
I will pause here because Dino really spoke. He poured out his heart over the weekend. Doctor, I don't know.
Yeah.
He is also speaking more or less saying the election didn't go as it's supposed to. That is Dino Milaye. Also, more or less put into voice the stance of Atan Ochono, Senator Atan Ochono, who also rejected the outcome of the polls in Imo State. I would like to know, first of all, who do we blame? Because of a truth, we'll surely have a winner, and maybe those that didn't really win in the polls. But who do we blame?
Actually,
for all of these reactions and counter reactions.
Yes, for what has actually happened in those states, we need to blame the people. That's the electorate. And then we need to blame also the playmakers.
Okay.
The two, one, like in Kogi, for instance, the governor is not coming back, but he is having an anointed
candidate.
So an anointed candidate must win at all costs. He's a playmaker. We have also the contenders who also must win at all costs. Now, you see, between those two, the anointed and the contenders, they will just do whatever they need to do at all costs to make sure that they win the election. But why we have to blame the electorate themselves is that we know where we are coming from as an electorate. We know where we want to go moving forward. And then election has provided an opportunity for us to move to where we want to go as an electorate. Whether we are dissatisfied where we are coming from and want to go to a better place, then why should we allow ourselves to be used this time around again without having recourse to what has happened to us in the past and now coming out to have a credible candidate. So all of them have their own blame because what happened, we have a report of vote buying. We have a report of molestation of electorate and even the agents as claimed by that even his agents were told that they don't have a record sheet for. So all these are things that one we need to learn for Dino and others who are the contenders. If they did not learn from the last presidential tribunal result, at the tribunal they lost the case at the tribunal because they failed to provide evidences even right from the polling booth. Right from using the right agent to get the actual exhibit to nail the opponent. So this time around, if as he has said, he said they have evidence. So let them be ready for the court. Now. Right. Actually, in our Nigeria, we have make it now that the decider of our election is the court. So let them prepare themselves. Get their result. Even all the agents now, this around, they are going to be very useful at the tribunal. Let them prepare their report and the evidences now. Let them take them to the tribunal. If they have a case, let them go approve it there.
All right.
That's the way out.
I want to still dwelling more on the Independent National Electoral Commission. We got a report. I know this man, the senator who also stood in for the PDP in Kogi, said elections and the rest of it, they saw report sheets even before the elections were conducted in some polling units. That is just by the way. With the report and statement from the headquarters, INEC, they announced that fresh polls will be conducted in 59 polling units in Ogori Magogo local government area of Kogi State. And also, the said elections will hold on the 18th. With this, why should they still move on with declaration of winners of the polls when we still have results still awaited?
What actually is, result has to be declared. If the result that is being awaited is not enough to change the outcome of the election. So
this 59 polling units is almost nothing to the whole
process. They just have to conduct their own to have a record there to say that they have also conducted their election. Because if the result is there to change the narrative, they will declare it as inconclusive. So, but looking at the total number of votes that is being expected, if you add it to even the number of votes that the winner has been declared, so it doesn't change much anymore. So that's
okay. Let's have this call. Hello, your life. Your name and where you're calling from. All right, you can still be a part of the conversation as studio lines, okay? Is 0913655. Hello, your life. Hello, your name and where you're calling from. Good morning.
Dr. Zeal from CIA.
All right, Dr. Zeal, you have the floor.
Yeah, you see, our elections, we have not learned lessons, and we don't learn in this country. And I will start because we just want to be doing the same thing over and over again and be having one useless hope that we think it will work. We have to change things. And I'm saying this because why must off-cycle election look like the general election of making things really like the manipulation, killings, and all of that? It's not supposed to be so. As we speak now, the people who have, like the guest in the video said, they should really their evidence so that those people will not destroy their evidence. Because people who have won too, they will know that they may want to destroy any evidence that is available.
Dr. Zeal.
And take it off, yes.
Can I come in, Dr. Zeal? You said useless in a way. I want you to kind of make us understand because we have institutions and frameworks established to look into issues of this nature.
What I mean by the hope is that, for example, when the matter of results that it was reported to them, it was so startling that one of the INEC officials was saying that the Yaga Africa that first of all brought out that matter, that they are not INEC. Why did they say that? Some people are INEC themselves. They already said they've been told and all of that. What I'm saying, our hope is such that we want to correct anything that will cause problem in the future. Not keep saying it doesn't matter, we go to court, at the end of the court, we overturn the paper of the ruling party.
Thank you, Dr. Zeal. Your position is clear. Thank you so much. You can still send in your thoughts, okay? 0913-6556-864, or you call us 0913-6556-952. You're live. Hello, your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Hello? Hello? Good morning. Please, you have the floor. A quick one. Your name? Taiwo, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please make your positions.
I quite respect Dr. Zip so much. He always nailed the nail on the head.
Okay.
You see, in Nigerian politics, it has gone to the level now that electorate is ready to we have been discouraged.
Okay.
If really Ogorimafoko election, the result sheets were placed even before accreditation. Longo is located in Kogi Central. Hopefully, the report sheet of every local government in Kogi Central has been dished out even before the election at every state. So, and yet, nobody is questioning what has happened. Yes, they said election is going to be conducted next Saturday. We demanded that in the winner and the defect. Tell me, who will now move to come and vote for that? We are still like this. And on the comeback,
we got a little from your let's say your position. Please, you can take some steps away from where you are for us to get to clearly. Taiwo, we got to a bit. Sir, I guess you picked a few cues from those that called through. What do maybe your reactions?
Yes, what the callers have just pointed out is that you know, I said it. We shouldn't expect this in an off-cycle election because we are monitoring only. We are taking care of only three states. So, an INEC as an umpire supposed to have learned their lesson. If after the general election of February and people are made a lot of allegations against INEC, and now you are conducting election in 3 states, why should we have to have all these problems? Why should we have a result declared before election? So whoever you are going to be you are going to take to participate in this election, we've had a situation where INEC have to recruit staff.
Yes.
Because their own permanent staffs are not enough.
Not enough, yes.
And because if you are a permanent staff of INEC, you will not go and do all that kind of things. But I believe that they should have recruited all INEC staff from all the other states that are not participating in this election. Rather than using ad hoc this time around, you should have used your own staff who actually have been trained and who know everything about it. Recruit them from the remaining states. Out of the 36 states, we have 33 states now. Recruit all permanent staff from all these 33 states. Then to conduct this election so that we can have a credible election. This time around, NS should also have proved themselves that they are an unbiased umpire. So this time around, because INEC did not have any excuse this time around to say that because they are adult staff and they are behaving this way. Whoever is involved in all this should be brought to book. So if INEC staff have been used, it wouldn't have been like this, because you know your job is at stake. But as an adult staff, you are just employed on part-time basis, and after the election you are laid off. So because of this, people do whatever they like.
All right, please let's have this call. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you're calling from. Good morning.
from Kogi State, I'm Honorable Samuel.
Honorable Samuel from Kogi State.
Exactly, sir.
All right, so we are happy to have you live. Can you give us quickly the experience like? Hello?
It's not a good election.
How do you mean?
And what I mean is, they suffer us.
Can you take some steps away from where you are for us to get you clearly, please? If you can turn down the volume of your radio set, we'll appreciate that more.
Okay, after suffering us, they come to be spending 5,000 to buy food. Those who are hungry already are ready to take that money. That is the problem we have. And the election has already been planned.
All right, Samuel.
The winner has already been decided.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us the atmosphere like at the moment over there? How is the atmosphere over there?
Movement.
Hello.
Hello.
How is the atmosphere like in terms of security and the rest of it?
The security, they are okay.
All right. We sincerely appreciate your position. You can still stay tuned.
They are more than even sufficient.
All right. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
The area that I am, there is no problem.
Okay.
For food buying.
Okay.
Buying clothes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So
Sincerely.
you can see him also testifying to the.
Doctor, please, we have bills to pay. Sincerely, we need to settle these bills. We'll be back to talk more. It's still the Diamond Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Dìde kára ó lè. Dìde kára ó lè. Ó yá lè dànù orí fífọ́ lè dànù ara ríro lè dànù òtútù ibà lè dànù. For fast relief of cold pain, fever and headache. Dìde kára ó lè kókó.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù ibà tara ríro kí wọ́n kán lùgbọ́ one time. Kára ó lè ti dé o. Àgbáwọlé ní iṣẹ́ ni àkàwọlé ń tè kan. Koríko tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti tẹ òtún gbérí mọ́. Dìde kára ó lè lúbúlúbú funfun pẹ̀ ìrúkù sarajọ mẹ́ra yágágá. Àjàká kò tí sọkọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù ibà tara ríro lágọ̀ ara. Káì! Kàsàkàsà knockout. Agbára ju agbára lọ. Dìde kára ó lè jagunla bí olùgbòǹgbò gàjàtọ̀ ara jàtọ̀ kìtìlẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlúra kẹgbà. To Yield Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. Bára rẹ̀ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Má ṣàfihàn o, kàn sí dókítà rẹ̀.
I'm in love. I'm obsessed. And I don't even feel guilty about it.
Obsessions are not always bad, especially when it's an obsession with your favorite radio station, Diamond 88.7 FM. We're obsessed with enhancing your radio experience. Diamond 88.7 FM, shining supreme.
Yes, it's still the Diamond Breakfast Show, and it's exactly 27 minutes before 10. And I still have live Dr. Adi. Yes, we've been having deep-rooted conversation, focusing more on the issue with regards matters arising from the off-cycle elections of Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo State. We've had several calls as well. You can also be a part of this conversation. 0913-6556-952, or you reach us via 0913-6556-864. Doc, you were about reacting to the calls, especially the call from Kogi State. Okay.
That you see had the last caller saying that food buying was witnessed.
Was more rampant.
So
yes.
5,000 naira. I don't know when we want to really understand and get used to. I mean, the fact that we need to elect credible candidates without selling our food, because we have seen those food that we have sold to these people. They are not having our interest at heart. It's just only a kind of exchange of they have given us money and they have bought our conscience for 4 years. And whatever happens, we don't have any need to question whatever they do when they get to power. So I don't know why we just have to get off this kind of
yes.
Is it poverty?
As much as we still, though we are not on ground to see what's happening, but the reactions and on the spot assessments, getting to get reactions from eyewitness on the spot is enough. This man made a point, and it was like seeing results were already prepared.
Yes, before the election.
As a lecturer, can you assess INEC? Like if you're to score INEC or weigh INEC on a balance, how do you rate INEC right now?
My rating for INEC is not something that is good this time around, because INEC has not done the right thing. I was explaining that before we went on break, that INEC supposed to, because the excuse they will give to us is that because they recruited ad hoc staff. And ad hoc staffs, they don't have anything at stake. Just pay me my money and let me get away. So, but if INEC have used their own permanent staff,
but do you feel their permanent staff will suffice? Because we have about 56 local governments areas.
We have
in total.
33 states not doing election.
And
33 states not doing elections.
That they'll have enough staff
and
to
we
cover
have
this
enough
individuals.
staff of INEC in local government and all the state offices. So if we have, even if at all we need to add some ad hoc staff, not in the sensitive areas. The area of writing result, the rate of, so we will have enough. Only the ad hoc staff will just be those who are supporting staff, and they will not be able to cause problem as we have witnessed in this election. So it's, to me, rating INEC this time around, INEC, I cannot rate them more than 33%.
33%.
Yes.
Despite
the money, despite the time to prepare. They have all the time in this world to prepare for this election. They have the required finances to do this election. So they have the personnel needed. They have everything. They have the beavers. What you can see that beavers are not used in some areas. Resource sheets were not available. Why? And we have some even the security personnel in some cases being alleged to just turn their back to what is happening, and they were giving support to the.
Hello, good morning.
Please, let's marry this call. Your life, your name, or where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name.
My name is Yemi Asaju. I'm calling from Ilorin.
Yemi Asaju, you have the floor.
In any election, losers will always complain.
Okay.
And Nigeria as a country, every Nigerian is a born actor.
All right.
Now there are allegations, bribery, inducement of voters. Who is guilty? If there are no takers, there will be no givers.
There will be no givers.
Now all these allegations they are raising now, when they get it to tribunal, they will not be able to prove. Look at all the allegations LP presidential candidate and the PDP made before the tribunal, but they could not prove all these things. I think they are getting me. It takes more than one person to commit crime. I think they are getting me. So we must not keep all the blames on INEC. You see, no matter how good the process is, Nigerian politicians will not allow it to work. So we are all involved, both the voters, INEC, and even the politicians. So we should stop blaming INEC.
So what do you then recommend before you hang up? What do you recommend?
We should all change our mindset. It's as simple as that.
All right. Thank you so much. I need your reaction.
Remember when we started, you asked me who is to be blamed.
Yes.
I said the
okay. So maybe I retract. I take it the other way. Who do we praise?
Praise?
Yes, for this just concluded off-cycle elections.
Do we have anybody to praise? We don't have anybody to praise for this because we have not.
Security agents were in their numbers. Police alone deployed over 40,000 of their footmen to Kogi alone.
Yeah.
We are not talking about the monies that were budgeted for these elections. We're not also talking about maybe immigration officers and the rest of it. INEC staff that were on ground. So we need to also accord some praises to some of these individuals.
They are doing their job, so we cannot praise anybody. Because if they are not there to do their job, then why are they the security agent of this country? They are being paid from the taxpayers' money. So doing their job, we cannot praise them for doing their job. So we cannot praise them. And after all, we still, despite even giving them that money and everything, and they still have to mobilize them for this election. And still, we still have them being corporate in this matter because we have incidents of in Kogi State where the security personnel followed government officials with full entourage. What kind of thing is that?
All right.
It should not be allowed during our election period.
Okay. I want us to quickly take a position this time around the WhatsApp with them Mario call. Well, let's see if we can have this call. Okay. The writer says, "Good morning to you, sirs. On Imo election last Thursday, I was commenting that blocking ABJ Airport because NLC president was beaten in Imo wouldn't stop it if the governor would win, because politicians play political games on the field. On Dino, we are in the era of complaining. Even we that are watching football matches are the ones complaining most, even with the use of VAR. This should be a simple case with beavers. The case is very easy to win in court if you have your evidences." It's kind of is a long read. I'll quickly wrap up by saying, then who are the agents that signed the result of the places where the claimed election didn't take place? PDP candidate won in tribunal. Senator Akpote, who is a PDP candidate, also won in court, but with evidences, not with mere allegations, from Abdul Wahid Ukoba all the way from Maiduguri. Yes, We still need you to make your positions known. 0913-655-952. Sir, you were saying something. Maybe you will add your reactions to this. Yes.
You know, I said it that the best thing for those who are complaining now is that people must complain. Just like the last callers before this, before you read this message, said that everybody, whenever they lose election, they start complaining. But the best thing for anyone, for them now, to let us know whether INEC now are really guilty of this or not, let them go with all their facts to the tribunal. So this time around, they should have learned from what happened at the last tribunal. Right. So they should be ready with all their facts, because the tribunal has told them that right from the polling units, your agents are good as witnesses for whatever election that goes wrong in any polling booth. Okay. So all these they should pack all of them ready and go for their defense.
We've dwelt too long on this issue, but it's still worth it. This maxim of the court, we'll meet in court, go to court.
Yes.
Do you see Nigerians having confidence in our judicial system? With all of these, and with the reactions with the last Supreme Court judgment.
Whether we have confidence or not, it is still the last arbiter. So we don't have any choice than to rely on
flooding
them.
Our judiciary with all of these, let's say, cases, is it good?
It's not good, because judiciary is supposed not to be the decider of our elections. Why do we have election in the first instance when we know we are going to resort to
court?
So we should have allowed the court to even do
start from the beginning.
And do it for us. That's where we need to change in this country, to believe that we should do an election that is free of court. Election that should be free of court deciding for us, because by now we cannot decide for ourselves. So we have to wait for court to decide who rules us.
All right.
So this should be stopped forthwith, and then we need to do something. The last caller has said, change our mindset. So our mindset, our attitudinal change is what we need to behave as a good citizen of this country, to know that we need to prepare look at it now. We have leaders here who are not listening to us after getting there, because they tell you they bought their way in. And when they bought their way in, don't question them, because they have paid you. They've paid you. So they should do, and then you should just go and be looking and let them do whatever they want to do. So it's time we change from this.
We are still expecting a result from Bayelsa State.
Today, by 12.
Today, 12 noon. Your advice, and because people are already seeing I use the word writing on the wall, that it's most likely going to end as an inconclusive election. What do you advise, or what do you propose?
It's not likely to end in inconclusive, because there is a party that is already in the lead, and the result of is only about 2 local governments that is still awaited. So with the result of those local governments, I think the party is supposed to win the election. So I don't think it's going to be an inconclusive election.
You don't think it's going to be an inconclusive election? I don't know if you got the report or the reaction of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He gave some advice that our presidential system of government is not really working. There should be maybe extension for more years of maybe a term, unlike what we have now. Do you share in that thought?
Yes, and that has been my thought always. That all this idea of a second term kind of a thing should be removed from our constitution. We should have I'm suggesting a 5 years of 5 years term straight for our presidents and governors. With this, we'll have the tension will be the atmosphere will be tension free, because once you know that you are going there for 1 year term of 5 years, you do whatever you want to do within that 5 years and get out. And then another thing that I want to be amended.
And if you want to wreak havoc, you wreak havoc within that 5 years.
Within that 5 years, so that we know that you are not coming back. But 4 years. And then you now prepare and do guru for us for that 4 years, and then prepare for the second 4 years to come and siphon the money, perfect everything. That is not the best. So if you are coming and you are not coming, you are coming for 5 years and you are not coming. You are coming once and you are not coming again. Do or worse. Then we know you and castigate you as the black sheep of whatever is it, a state or the nation. And another thing that I want to be amended in our constitution, Joseph, is this idea of the governors using the National Assembly as the the final settlement.
As their bus stop.
Their bus stop, because you can continue to go there as the people continue to vote you. Either for 30 years. We have somebody who is there for 24 years now. 24 years, like the last former Senate President. 24 years, for goodness sake. Is there nobody in that state that can even do better than him? So the idea, those things should be amended in our constitution. Once you go there 2 times, it's okay. Let another person come in. All this will stop this thing that is happening.
Okay.
Then lastly, before you go, then the election of local government should be part of the elections that we have with the state and the president.
Okay, so that means INEC deciding
on that conducting, and we conduct at the same time, rather than leaving for the state to now elect Kwasi for whatever they want to do, or some state deciding that elections should not take place in the local government. Let's have all the elections together, and let them have one term and go.
Okay, I still want us to quickly squeeze the reaction of one of our listeners sending his reaction via WhatsApp. Good morning to you. In the building on the issues of elections of Imo and Kogi, I don't think they don't manipulate those elections, most especially Imo election. Honestly, we are a mess. According to him, we are not okay. Honestly, and I don't have confidence in INEC anymore. From Ahmed Bola Kale from Jagbara. Yeah, Jagbara Ita Modu Ilori.
Actually, that cannot be proved anyway until it is proven in the court of law.
Until it's proven in the court of law.
It's still what do we call it? Is it speculation? So we cannot just say for sure. Let the election be challenged. Let them prepare for their fact. Let the court decide.
Let the court decide. All right. Sincerely, the off-cycle elections are it's something so many of us expect to see INEC do more. It's not over yet until it's over with regards to elections. Ondo and Edo to their warming up. I think 2024. Yeah. I want us to, maybe let's see if we can still squeeze a few more calls before we move on to the next issue before us. 0913-6556-952. You can as well send in your thoughts. 0913-6556-864. Looking at all of these issues, okay, I want us to quickly brush through. Sir, looking at this, because Imo State, I've been kind of following Imo State closely. Having the governor sweeping through the whole 27 local government areas. Some individuals are saying, is this possible? I also remember something was trending a couple of less than 2 weeks ago, where the government outrightly paid for all the hotels in the state capital. I don't know. Politics of business. Politics by, I don't want to use the word force, but all of these reactions and moves by our politicians using Imo State as a case study. I don't know. Achono says he will go to court. But do you see him winning in court?
Not winning. What do you expect, Joseph? You see, let's look at it. You have the state machinery. You have the state machinery at your hand. That is why we are saying that we don't want this idea of coming back. If the governor has done this 5 years and has gone, he is going. Look at he is still the sitting governor. Okay. He has all the state apparatus with him. He has the money and everything. He can use to his own advantage. What do you expect? Not sweeping all the 25. What if he's not sweeping? What is he going to do again? So everything is within. That's kind of thing that we are saying that is not good, because all of them using the second time bid of coming back. That has always been the situation in all the states, using the state machinery to their advantage. The security to your advantage, the money of the state to your advantage, the personnel to your advantage, even the electoral officers in that state, they are all going to dance to your tune. So what do you expect?
Our time is really fast spent. I want us to move on. And this time around is with regards to the reaction of the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. They say issue protection program should be well targeted. According to them, UNICEF country representatives in Nigeria, Christine Munduit, has said that the Nigerian government must address the issue of economic uncertainty in fragile and conflict-affected societies. This is as she noted that Nigeria should define social protection measures relevant to the needs of the citizens. Munduit made this call on Sunday at the Made in It conference organized by the Conflict Research Network, West Africa, themed social protection and economic uncertainties in fragile and conflict-affected societies held in Abuja. She said it was noteworthy that the financial hardships faced by families in such fragile societies exacerbated their already daunting challenges and called for more strategic actions from the government. I'll be pausing here. So you saw the report.
Yeah.
First of all, your reactions.
Do we need anybody to come and tell us that? I wouldn't feel ashamed of ourselves as a nation for UNICEF to come and tell us to do that. We have seen what happened the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. The Minister of Humanitarian has been a pipe. Is it what we call pipeline? Is it they
septic
call it,
tank?
The pipe through which money is
the tunnel or funnel or whatever you choose to
the
call
money
it.
is just used. You just use it as a tunnel where you just pump money out without accounting for it. I expect the present administration to query and audit that Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. What you see what happened during the COVID era,
yes.
All the donations given to us and every palliative and everything. Agencies. At the end of what happened to it, people have to loot them where they kept them. People kept them in order to just use it for their own advantage until people discover it and then they looted the place. Then the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs also brought out all the social social network kind of things, transferring money to undisclosed people. People we don't have any database of people money are given to, and a lot of money was even a lot of money gone through that channel. Then this time around, this administration came again with this social network kind of a thing, giving 25,000 to 15 million people. Where are those? Who are the 15 millions? Where do they get the database? Who are those people that they want to give this money to? These are things that we have been saying, and then they will keep on increasing the poverty level of Nigerians. And once the poverty level of Nigerians will continue to increase, because that is what these politicians use to continue to put themselves in power and to continue to cheat us and rule us for life. Because if you are well taken care of, your family is well taken care of. You call the bluff of any politicians, but because they know that we are the instrument through which they get to power, and the way they can use us is to continue to perpetrate us in poverty. Then they will not continue. They will continue to use that channel. And so, for users to come and tell us now to use it properly, don't we know that we are not using it properly? So we are not doing the right thing, and the present administration too. We expect them to have even audit that Minister of Humanitarian, but rather than doing that, they keep pumping money into it because they have seen it that that's a very easy way of siphoning money.
A whole lot could be said about this, but for the sake of time, I don't know. What do you think could be done differently? Maybe from the part of citizenry, like Nigerians generally, and the part of government. What could be done differently to right the wrongs?
On the part of the government, they know they will not do it.
They
know, but they won't do it. Because if they do it, they will not continue to get money into their pocket anymore. So the best thing for citizenry is for us to be aware of our own duty and responsibilities. We should call them to question. There should always be a way of putting these people on their toes by not keeping quiet. This thing that we are doing on this program on radio is part of it. We keep educating people. By the time we are educating people and we let them know that these people are not helping us, they keep us in continued poverty, and we need to stop it. How can you continue to say you are giving me Okada, you are giving me keke napep, you are giving me clipper, you are giving me a hairdresser as empowerment? Are they giving it to their own children? Is that a way to get us out of poverty? Or continue to transfer 15,000 naira to us, a family of 5, 6, 15,000 naira for 3 months? Where will that get them to? Rather than giving us, changing our orientation completely, let us have a rethink. And we have the National Orientation Agencies there. They are not doing anything. They're supposed to keep us on their toes, keep us oriented.
You know, the son of the soil is heading that agency. The
Maybe we do it differently because we talk
to him.
He
promised to do something so much better, differently.
We will talk to him.
So it's an assignment for you and
yes. We talk to him because we need to be. Look at somebody has said it now. We need to change our mindset. The mindset of if we continue to orientate ourselves to get people off their food, that you can still make it without depending on this 5,000 naira, without depending on this. If anybody is bringing clipper to you, tell him to go and give it to his own children. We don't want it. Most many local government now today, go to local government now, you can't get a tractor there. And this is what we need to go back to farm and get enough food for ourselves. No tractors. The roads are not okay. The roads are bad. Even if you get the food produced there, you get people attacking you, no security and everything. So by the time we don't have food, we don't have anything on our table, and you keep giving us 15,000, what would that get to us to do?
Dr. Hadi, the government is still trying to do their best, and we'll keep praying and hoping that
the best is not good
they
for
will
us.
They will do the needful to champion the cause of humanity. Your parting shot before, yes, we finally bid our farewells on the program.
My parting shot, the right of Nigerians. We need to change our mindset.
Okay.
We need to be educated. We need to continue to be oriented. Orientation need to be given to us. That what we need as a citizen is to change our mindset, have attitudinal change, and believe in ourselves.
All right.
That is all.
Okay, that's our very own, the voice of Dr. Adi. I prefer to call him Dr. Adi for short, but he is Dr. Adi Moshood Atanda. Thank you so much, sir, for availing us your time this morning. It's a pleasure having you live. Okay. Yes, he said it all. Government cannot do it all. We'll have our own individual responsibility. Are you playing your part as a citizen of this great country, Nigeria? As much as we anticipate the report and result over the polls in Bayelsa State, it's our prayers and hope that the election there will end peacefully, and yes, the people's voice will also prevail. We'll be back again tomorrow to do what we love doing, contributing our own very quota to champion a noble cause for the project, Nigeria, and to build society, making it bigger, better, and brighter. Just as I used to say, the week is new. What do you plan doing to better yourself and family and your neighbor as well? This very new week, make sure it's good, make sure it's noble, and make sure it brings growth to you and the rest of us. I remain Joseph Emeribe, and my advice is leave it locked on your shining supreme station, Diamond 88.7 FM. At exactly 10, we'll be giving you the news in Yoruba language. A special thanks to you that listened, and as many that called through, those that called even from outside Kwara State. We'll say a very big thank you. I'd also say thank you to my producer in person over Mr. Taiwo Adediran. We'll be back again to do what we love doing tomorrow. Stay blessed and keep it locked on Diamond 88.7 FM. Good morning.
Want to know why we do what we do in serving you the best of broadcasting at Diamond 88.7 FM?
Because you're worth it. Because you're worth it.